welcome to The Explainer. For so many of us, the world is, well, a little blurry. We deal with the daily grind of glasses and contacts, always kind of wishing we could just wake up and see perfectly. Today, we're diving into why a whole lot of people are finding a super high-tech, permanent solution in a place you might not expect. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Your glasses fogging up the second you walk inside, frantically searching for a dropped contact lens. It's this universal frustration. But what if there was a way to just leave all that behind? Well, it turns out people are flying halfway around the globe for that exact solution. They're all heading to one destination that has pretty quietly become an absolute powerhouse for vision correction: South Korea. Just how big a deal is this in South Korea? Get this, clinics there have performed over 1.5 million smile procedures. That's not just a number on a slide. That is a massive amount of experience and trust built up over years. Okay, so why South Korea? What's the secret sauce that makes it the go-to spot for clear vision? People talk about the Korean advantage, and it really boils down to this powerful combination of 4 things. It's not just that they have the latest tech or that they have world-class surgeons. It's that you get both, plus the kind of expertise that only comes from doing this thousands and thousands of times. And you get all of that at a cost that's actually affordable. It's the mix of all 4 that's the real game changer. And if you want to understand the level of quality we're talking about, the reported success rate for the advanced SMI procedure is 99%. I mean, think about that. In medicine, a number that high is just, wow. It says everything about the precision of the surgeons and the tech they're using. And this is really the heart of it all. As one patient wrote on their blog, it's not just that it's half the price of what you'd pay in the US, but the standard of care is very high. That's the promise, right there. Getting more for less, and it's what gets people on the plane. So what are your options when you actually get there? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. The right surgery for you depends completely on your eyes. You basically got 3 main players. LASIK is famous for its super fast recovery, but that little flap they create on your cornea can be a bit vulnerable. Then there's LASEK, which is tougher and great for people with thin corneas, but the recovery takes longer and can be more uncomfortable. And then you have SMILE. It's minimally invasive, has a fast recovery and a lower risk of dry eye, but it takes a really, really skilled surgeon to pull it off. And right at the top of the pyramid is SMILE Pro. As one patient put it, it's like the difference between an iPhone 15 and an iPhone 10. It uses even less laser energy. We're talking as little as 7 seconds of lasering per eye, all for better accuracy and an even faster recovery. But, and this is a really big but, not just anyone can waltz in and get this done. Before anything happens, you go through this incredibly detailed checkup. I'm talking over 50 different tests, measuring everything from how thick your cornea is to how dry your eyes are. This isn't just a formality. It's the most important step to figure out which procedure, if any, is going to be safe and effective for your eyes. Okay, let's talk about the thing that gets most people's attention in the first place, the money. And the cost difference is honestly kind of wild. An average procedure in South Korea is about $1,250 per eye. Now, compare that to over $2,200 in the US or a jaw-dropping $5,800 in the UK. For a lot of people, the savings are so big that they more than cover the flight and the hotel. But you gotta know what you're paying for, right? The price tag usually covers the surgery itself and all the care you get while you're in Korea. You'll still need to budget for your flights, hotel, and any checkups you might need once you're back home. And of course, there are optional extras like translation services or even custom eye drops made from your own blood. So you've done the research, you've crunched the numbers, you've booked your ticket. What's the actual experience like on the ground? Let's walk through. From what everyone says, surgery day is like a well-oiled machine. You show up, have one last check, get some numbing eye drops, and then you're guided into the operating room. The whole thing can be done in 10 minutes. You chill out for a bit in a recovery room, get your eye drops, and you're on your way back to your hotel to rest. So what does it actually feel like? Patients say it's not painful, but it is weird. You stare at this little green light, you feel some pressure, and then, like one person described it, your vision just becomes this weird white ball light for a few seconds. And then it's done. And the world starts to come back, only clear. Now, recovery isn't like flipping a switch. You gotta be patient. Based on what people share, the first day is pretty blurry and your eyes feel dry. By day 2, your vision is maybe around 60%, kind of like you're wearing an old pair of glasses. By the end of that first week, you're usually hitting 80 to 90% clarity, but it can still take a few months for your vision to fully settle in. So after all that, what's the bottom line? Is it actually worth it? Well, on one side, the rewards are huge. We're talking freedom from glasses, the chance for perfect vision, and you save a ton of money. But on the other side, the risks are real. Dry eyes and seeing halos at night are pretty common for a while. And you have to think about how you'll manage checkups when you're thousands of miles away from your surgeon. And maybe this one person on Reddit just said it best. The surgery itself is genuinely awful and uncomfortable, but I'm 100% glad I did. That really hits on the core trade-off, doesn't it? A few minutes of a really strange, uncomfortable experience for potentially a lifetime of clear sight. And that kind of leaves us with one big final question. This whole story, it's not really just about eye surgery. It's pointing to this much bigger trend of medical tourism. With so many people crossing borders for great, affordable care, you have to wonder, are we watching the future of healthcare become truly global?